Good morning YouTube, it's dark outside as you can see. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and we're on our way to do another road trip. As you remember earlier in the year we planned to do a Kent road trip and it sort of got cancelled for whatever reason. But we're now going to head on down there. I'm not sure the order we're going to try and do this in. We're going to head on down to Herne Bay, Canterbury, Dover, a couple of stops, a couple of shops hopefully in Folkestone, and hopefully we're going to end up doing Playaway Games in Croydon. So stay tuned. As you can see, it's horribly dark out there. I'm just about to, I'm just waiting for Bad Fuck Up UK to pick me up. So yeah, stay tuned and hopefully this will be another explosive road trip. So here we are en route. Like I said, we're doing a Kent road trip today. We're not quite sure what order or how many shops we're going to do. We're fitting as much as we can. It's a hell of a drive from the driver today, Bad Fuck Up UK.
Hi guys.
Hell of a drive for him. We've got about, I think, another 3.5 hours before we get to the first shop. So stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be loads more footage today. We've set out some ungodly out today, obviously because of the length of time. As you can see, it's getting a bit lighter now. So yeah, catch you all in a bit. So we just stopped for a break, and believe it or not, we've been in a little chef. Yes, there are still little chefs around. Someone near Huntingdon, I think it is. So we're going to get back on down. We're going to go to Level Up in Canterbury first. You see there's a travel lodge over there. So I'm going to get in the car. Here we go. Back on the road trip. Okay, we're en route still. Coming up towards, not far from Dartford Tunnel, I think. Probably still about an hour or so away from the first shop, which is Level Up in Canterbury. And we're heading on down to Herne Bay and Folkestone. We're going to see what we can get done today. It's a hell of a drive for Bad Fuck Up UK. But we're going out in the wild. We're going to see what we can find, and yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty more to come. Right, Dartford crossing coming up, I think. Yeah, it's a nice day as well.
And then when we land the other side.
Still here, Bad Fuck Up UK.
Hello!
What are you expecting from the road trip today, team?
Don't know, I'm going in bareback, we'll see what comes of it.
We will do, in the wild, hopefully find some gems. We can be helpful. Just going over the Dartford crossing now, first time I think I've ever been over it, I'm not sure. You see over there, it's very bright and sunny.
It's a nice day for a change.
It is. Just on the outskirts of Canterbury now, just over 2.2 miles away, hopefully from Level Up. And let's get down to that first shop of the day and hopefully some pickups. So we finally made it to Canterbury, and here's the new Level Up Games.
Yeah. A few minutes there, so if you want to wander around and come back in 5 minutes. Okay, up to you. Yeah, no worries.
Caught in traffic again. We've just left Level Up in Canterbury and we're heading down to Gamenation in Herne Bay. Got a couple of pickups, no Mega Drive as yet, but hopefully there's still a few shops to go. Tim's also dropped some trade off. Any Bad Fuck Up?
Drop some crap off, yeah.
Drop some crap off, and yeah, we're going to head on down to the next shop. We're only about 7 miles out. So fingers crossed for some Mega Drive purchases, please. Finally made it to Herne Bay. I think we're just looking for, I think it's called Gamenation. As you can see, we're by the sea on a December day.
This is fresh air.
It is actually, it's really nice. This is Herne Bay for you, I've never been here before.
It's a bit fucking nippy.
It is, it's cold. A few seagulls, bit of sea. Let's go and have a look and find this game shop. Never ever been to Herne Bay. It looks a bit like a typical seaside town, chippies, arcades, a few rundown buildings, but there you go. on our route to Gamenation. So here we are, Gamenation in Herne Bay. You can see it on the right. Let's go in and take a look.
That was version number 3. Did you see that one I posted with all the links? Well, I didn't change the links, but I saw the
very
this
clean.
one. Very, very nice. Yeah. You see terrible? No, but I've got a red spot. We loved it. It was incredibly hilarious.
Capture cards over there, these cards. At the bottom.
Capture cards, not that's a word I've not heard for a bit.
I thought that was a waste of an afternoon. I took it back. I mean, the idea that they would allow
So we're just walking back from Gamenation in Herne Bay. A few more Master System pickups. No Mega Drive yet, but very dirt cheap prices. Great shop, but I'll tell you all about it at the end of the video. We've still got to visit 2 shops in Folkestone and 1 in Dover. We have heard from Level Up in Playaway in Croydon that he hasn't actually got any stock for me, so never mind, but we're going to keep on with this Kent road trip down this Saturday afternoon. Still a few more shops to be seen, so I'm sure as we look at the sea in the distance there's plenty more games to find. There's Bad Fuck Up. Just going to go and take a piss break, get some lunch and head on down to the next shop. So yeah, it's been a good day so far, we're enjoying it, and on to the next one. Saturday afternoon at the seaside, eh?
Wouldn't want to fucking get in there, would you?
No, I bloody wouldn't. It's a bit nippy, not many on the beach.
It's like
But-
somebody's had fucking shit in there or something.
Always good to see the sea though, but I prefer it a little bit more blue. Almost at Folkestone now. We're going to get to Playaway and XPress Games and hopefully see what they've got for us. Literally about 2 miles out, and then we're going to head on down to finish the road trip in Dover. So I'm really hoping one of these 3 shops has got some Sega Mega Drive games. They're getting really hard to find. We know we can find Master System. Really want a Sega Mega Drive purchase today. Can it be done? Stay tuned. So we finally found it. We found Playaway. Here we go. Okay, we're back en route. We've just left Folkestone and it was a bit of a disappointment. What do you reckon, Bad Fuck Up?
Yeah, interesting little shop we found. A lot of stock in there, but way overpriced in my opinion. But
Yeah, Playaway, it had some Mega Drive games, but unfortunately I've got them all. Master System was hidden away, but we went to try and find XPress Games, which was a bit of a jaunt, and it was closed, so no pickups from those 2 shops, and we're going to head on now to the final shop for today, which is in Dover. We hope he's open. It's called Best Deals. Hopefully he'll have the kind of stuff that Lee's Deals has, but it remains to be seen. So yeah, we're on route there now, about 6 miles out from Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover. So we're coming down into Dover too.
yeah, we are indeed.
2.7 miles out from the shop. Here we go, what we got on the sign? Ramsgate, Deal, Canterbury, where we've been, and Dover.
Deal brings back memories.
Alright.
I have to tell you off camera.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's a good idea. Coming into 1.6 miles away from the destination, but it is. Oh, are they the White Cliffs over there?
Yes,
They are.
yeah.
Fucking hell. I have seen him before. I think when I went on a ferry from. I don't know if we came from here, we went to Jersey, but I don't know. That might have been Southampton
No, you'd
actually.
have gone Southampton.
Would we have gone past these?
I would
then?
have thought.
Yeah. I know when I went to France to the school I saw him.
Yeah, because you'd have gone over to Calais, wouldn't you?
Oh, that was it, yeah. There's a castle there, isn't it? Is that Dover Castle?
Fucking times I've been through here going fucking Amsterdam, Paris, fucking Cologne.
Looks like he's going somewhere in front.
He's going for the ferry.
Yeah.
It's almost taking us to the port, this is.
The shop might be right by him, only 1.3 miles out. So we finally found it, we found Playaway, here we go. We're having some fucking bad luck, ain't we, Tim?
Yeah, some days you do, but I've got high hopes for tomorrow's call, so.
What's happened is we've gone to the shop in Dover, we couldn't see, it looks like it's gone out of business. There was a gaming shop as well next door, that's closed, so 2 shops are closed, we can't go in and buy any games, so we're going to head on down to the hotel now, and I think the plan is to try Entertainment World tomorrow morning in Birmingham, so the road trip's not over yet, but it is for today, so I'm going to go and, I think we're going to go and check in and have a well-deserved beer, or 2. Back on the road this morning, Mr. Badfuck UK, and of course me, CJ and Retro. We're going to head on down to Entertainment World in Birmingham. Hopefully they've got some games for us. So we just started out en route from Bexley Heath. Probably going to be about, I don't know, about 3 hours, is it? 2.5, 3 hours?
Yeah, it's 141 mile.
The sun's shining, and we're live on the road, or life on the road, as David Brent would say. Right, so Badfuck at the UK has literally whizzed down the motorway. We're about 15 miles out from Entertainment World, I think, in Birmingham. Just going to pull into the services coming up on the left, quick piss break, and get en route to buy some games. It's been a lovely sunny day on this road trip. Here you can see pulling into the welcome break services. Lovely day. Time for a piss, really.
Yeah.
So what are you expecting, Badfuck up then from Entertainment World?
Don't know, as long as I can find some shitty Game Gears, I'll buy them.
As long as I can find some Mega Drive games, I think we'll both be happy. So yeah, time to stop off and get on down to Entertainment World.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just in Birmingham now, we're just coming up to Entertainment World, got to find somewhere to park. I always get confused, but I think it's coming up on the right.
It is, yeah. We always come in a different fucking way.
We do, yeah. Just, as you've seen before there, it's just, yeah, it's on the right up there, you can probably
every fucking time.
see over there. So yeah, got to find somewhere to park and get on into Entertainment World. Here in sunny Birmingham on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, the fucking joys.
Here we go around the roundabout. Just see it on the right hand side coming up. There it is, Entertainment World. Good evening, YouTube. Finally back from the Kent road trip. What a weekend. It was a strange weekend in many ways. It was a really fun weekend, but it was a little bit of a scarce hunting weekend, if you understand what I'm trying to say. We originally the plan was, I think, to do 6 shops. It did sort of work out like that in a roundabout way, but it wasn't as anything but straightforward. So I'm just going to have a look back at the itinerary, because when you're doing a trip, it happens so fast. You try and remember what you bought from where and so on. But basically, we decided to do the Kent road trip. Badfuck up UK picked me up about 7:15 to drop a little parcel on the way. Stopped off for some breakfast at a little chef. So it was a massive drive for him to go down to Kent. The first place we decided to go to, because that was the first place we actually came to, really out of the places listed more than anything, was Canterbury. Now, we'd been there before to Level Up Games. They've since moved premises, so it's quite, you know, not expecting too much, but, you know, sort of interested to see what the new shop looks like. It was okay, very, very downsized, very small. The guy was very friendly though. Did some filming in there. Tim dropped some trade off with him and that. And he had some Mega Drive games, which is always my main focus whenever I do a road trip. But I'd got all the titles. So I did pick up, there's a couple of Master System titles I actually picked up from there. So, I don't know if to do the pickups now, wait till the end, I'll tell you what happened. I think, I'm going to do, no, I'm going to tell you what we did next. I'm going to do all the pickups at the end. So basically, we went to Level Up Games in Canterbury. We then headed on down to Gamenation at Herne Bay. There's a few more Master System pickups there. No Mega Drive. He got Mega Games 6, but it wasn't Volume 2, which I needed. He was again a nice guy. He took my games list off me, let me do some filming in the shop. But unfortunately, although there was a few Master System purchases, he's very, very cheap on those, to be fair to him. You know, if in the earlier part of my Mega Drive collection, that would have been a gold mine to me. But anyway, it was nice to meet him. So we went, of course, to the Gamenation in Herne Bay. We then decided to go to Folkestone. Now we knew there were 2 shops there. We sort of went in, and it was a little bit of a rush because I'd only put an hour on the car park, and we were uphill. We were trying to, we needed a piss. We wanted to get some food, and we needed to find the shops. So anyway, with the 2 shops there, Playaway, we actually managed to find after asking somebody. And although we had a lot of stock there, again, same old story from the Mega Drive, got every single one of them. I didn't actually see the Master System, but Tim spotted them and said they were like sort of behind the counter. So anyway, Tim had a look at a few things he was interested in, and it was just too expensive. So basically we thought, oh, okay, there's another game, XPress Games, we'll go and find that. And we did find it, but it was closed. So I thought, oh my God, we're not having any luck. So of course, we pinned all our hopes on the last place, Dover. Now earlier on, we'd actually contacted Playaway Games in Croydon, which we did feature on one of the previous road trips. I'm not sure if I actually filmed that trip or not, but he had a lot of stock when I was pretty much early starting out on the Mega Drive collection. But he was, I sent him a list, thought it's a long way to go down to Croydon if he hasn't got anything. And I know he would have had Master System. I really wanted Mega Drive, but he did reply back and said, unfortunately, I hadn't got any of those games I needed, but to still come down because he gets a lot of stuff in. But obviously, we weren't going to go 45 minutes an hour out the way if there was nothing there. So we pinned all our hopes on the last shop, which is in Dover. Unfortunately, I'm trying to think what the name was. It's called Best Deals. Now, we did find the area where it was, and believe it or not, I think there was Best Deals, and there was originally another game shop next door. But either way, neither of them are in business. So I was a bit disheartened. You got to laugh about it. It was a bit disappointing to say the least. So well, it was Tim's idea anyway. Earlier in the day, decided I will do Entertainment World in Birmingham on the Sunday morning. By the time we get there about 11 o'clock, he's going to be open. So that was always a backup plan. I was thinking, there's not going to be anything at Entertainment World for me, is there? Wrong. Not on a massive scale, but I did pick up a couple more Master System titles, and I did pick up a Mega Drive game. So it's a 100% record on every single road trip we've picked up Mega Drive games. Entertainment World saved it. So we sort of went there, and that was the end of the trip. So I've only got, how many pickups have I got? 4, 5, 6, 8 games. So it wasn't the longest haul, but at this stage, when you're looking for Mega Drive primarily, it's not going to be anymore, is it? Because I only need 39 games for the collection now. But Master System's starting to grow a bit more. I need to have a look at that and, focus on that a bit more in the future trips. So, it's always handy to have that, because let's be honest, I do want to complete that collection as well. So I'm going to run through the pickups now. These 2 were from Level Up in Canterbury, and they were... The 2 of them came to 18 quid, but with Tim's trade, he got me 3 quid off, so it came to 15 quid. So the first one was, and I hate it when they put sellotape on the side of them, but the first one was on the Master System, Golden Axe. I'll show you inside if it lets me open. I mean, I don't go for mint games, but as long as they're complete, that's what matters to me. So that's Golden Axe. The next one was an arcade classic, Paperboy on the Master System. Again, complete. So that was Paperboy. So the one we went to next, let me have a look at the list again. It gets very confusing. Was Gamenation in Herne Bay. Now he was very reasonably priced. I would have taken a lot more from him, but they weren't complete, so I couldn't really. But when you think about this one, was, let me have a look. This game was £3. Super Monaco GP. Again, complete. This game was also £3. US Gold's World Class Leaderboard. Never played it back in the day. I was always a PGA fan myself on the Sega Mega Drive, but drop the cart, why don't you, CJN? And then this next one was a pound more expensive, 4 quid, Slapshot. So one thing about these boxes, they always used to shut very well, didn't they? There you go, again, complete. So we didn't find any purchases in Folkestone. Dover was closed for the gaming, so we headed on down to Entertainment World. Now, I don't think I spotted the Mega Drive game straight away, so I'm going to show you the Master System titles first. The first one was £7. Looks very, very almost identical in packaging to the Mega Drive version I've got. It is F1. Not in bad link, this one actually. And then we've got, I upped the price a little bit. I went for £15. Maybe I overpaid, but Sonic Chaos. So one thing I must do is sort of brush up on my knowledge of prices for Master System, because I am a little not as much clued up as I should be. Well, certainly compared to Mega Drive anyway. So that's Sonic Chaos. Before I show you the last pickup, I must just mention that we did see Super Off-Road in mint condition virtually, and Level Up in Canterbury, and I really, really thought about buying it because it's one of my favourite games. I just think it was a slightly little bit overpriced, maybe £10 overpriced. But anyway, we're going to go on to the last pickup now. This was from Entertainment World, and this really restored my faith and really ended the weekend on a great high to find a Mega Drive purchase. And this game was literally £3. It's one of the last sports titles I actually need for my collection, and it could have been there on the last visit. I could have missed it. It was stuffed away in the corner. It is NBA Showdown on the Sega Mega Drive. Okay, the instruction manual's a bit battered, but it is complete, and it is another Mega Drive game off the list, so I'm down to 39 titles needed now. So that's pretty much it. We've done the Kent Road trip. It was a little disappointing in that when you saw it, we saw it on YouTube originally. It looks like the shops may have had a lot of stuff. Folkestone was a little bit of a disappointment. The one shop being closed, and of course Dover completely non-existent. It was, in that respect, it was disappointing. We made the best of the day. We had a good time. I've still got 8 pickups, and you know, 7 Master System, 1 Mega Drive. It wasn't a total waste of time. It had to be done at some point. It's done now, so I was really pleased with that. We had a laugh, of course, me and Bad Fuck Up as always. And we've been talking about where to do the next road trip, and we are sort of thinking to revisit one final time to do on the route to perhaps go to Bournemouth and do Wares, because we sort of did that earlier in my collection and the prices were a bit too rich for me then. We only went the once. I know about a year or so ago we did have some titles I needed. It's going to be a risk. We're going in the wild again. I don't know what to expect. It could be a blowout, but half the fun is going in without knowing what's there. So the plan is to probably do Bournemouth and to maybe do Bridgewater on the way to, you know, to do, see if KBS is still open. There was a junk shop with games. Insane Games are in the process of moving at some point, but there's a Master System to be had there, and you never know. It's been a while since we've been there. Shops might have replenished. So that's the plan, to perhaps to Bournemouth in the new year, maybe middle to the end of January. We'll have to see. It's all to do with money. I know the Super Retro Games Fair's just been announced for February in Leeds. That sort of is nearly Valentine's weekend. That might be a no-no for me. I know Doncaster's in March. It's all to do with money. It's getting an expensive habit for me. I know Play's coming up in July next year. I'm still not sure what to do about that. But the hope is that we can do a road trip in January. So I'm going to stop waffling on now. I'm going to go and put this video together, and hope you've enjoyed watching the footage. We've had a laugh. We've made the best of the weekend, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Cheers for your time. Adios, YouTubers.